Yes indeed. Full Blast Radio. Wednesday, February 28th. Samssun, Djaytiger, Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Got a special guest today. The incredible Letterman, K Solo. Coming through at 11 o'clock. I'm going to play a few joints. So we start the show. Big shout out to my brother Samssun. Essential Paragraphs 2 coming soon. Real hip hop. Music Spasms, I see you. Shout out to my brother Samsung. I see you, my brother. Mr. Grover Washington.
Cops tried to catch me, cause all of them said I beat up these other men who were bigger than me. Was it cause I'm black and they were W-H-I-T-E? Here I was walking down the block. I seen these two big bikers standing by the biker shop. They seen it was me, so to make themselves feel bigger. One got bad, bold, pointed and called me a nigga. I stuck my finger up, I said his mother and kept stepping. His friend told his other friend, hey Corky, let's get him. I looked to my back, to my
What's
surprise.
Up, Tease?
Had a chain in his hand and the devil in his eye. I said I'm in trouble, let me think real quick. I looked down on the ground and got this big fat brick. With no time to waste, I put the brick on my hand and hit the bike until the chain fell out of his hand. Then his friend cried, he said, Corky, are you alright? But what he didn't know was he was in for a fight. The right hit his jaw, he fell on the floor. The kid I hit with the brick before said don't hit him anymore. I put my brick down, left him on the ground. Everything cool till the cops came around to under arrest. Saw 2 and 3. I laughed, got my cop explained this to me. He said you hit the man with the brick and punched another in the jaw and left it seem like nothing happened and they called the law. I laughed in his face. I said this don't make sense. It was 2 against my black ass. This makes us up a fence. He tried to grab me, so I pushed him on the floor and ran my black ass home and locked the living room door. I did what any black kid would have did, but to the cops of Suffolk County, I'm known as a fugitive. As a fugitive, the cops of Suffolk County, I'm known as a fugitive. I had to go to school. I couldn't be late if I missed another day. Was can't said I wouldn't graduate. I didn't go a lot. That didn't mean I didn't care. I had to come to school more often to try again next year. That I went to school and I tried, you know, to hide from the cops to June of '85. I get my diploma and things will be straight. By that my graduation, cops came and tried to put me on the gate. I ran though with a diploma that I own. Well, cops chasing me all the way till I got home. I got away again. Why? You know what I did? I ran my black ass home, and to them I'm still a fugitive. I'm still a fugitive. Cops of Suffolk County. I'm still a fugitive. 2 years went by, me running from the cops. My mom looked at my dad said, son, this has gotta stop. Dad gave my money, she said, son, this is for ya. I went to Garden City to go get me a lawyer. I went to jail, Monday I was in jail till Friday. When you're black and you're in trouble, man, does your lawyer get paid? Then my mom's told the judge, my son's a good child. Then he laughed at my mother and said they'd take us to trial. I told my mom and dad I felt within, if we took Suffolk County to court of trial, I knew I wouldn't win. So without a doubt, like any black kid in Suffolk County, KSOLO had to cop out to 16 months in Riverhead. Instead of fighting and wilding, I wrote my records instead. Commissary reports, inmates owe me COs would beat me up in shakedowns, but now the suckers know me and I laugh at the cops who arrest me for what I did, cause I'm booked and no longer am I a fugitive. I was a fugitive, Suffolk County, known as a known. I was a cop in Suffolk County, I was known as a known. Because your mama's in my business. Because your mom is in my business. Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Because your mom is in my business. Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Because your mom is in my business. Your mom. Why is she so nosy? Your mom.
Word up, man. We got K Solo. We got K Solo coming through at 11 o'clock.
Why is she
Samssun Djaytiger, we're gonna chop it up.
Why is she
about life?
Your mom's in my business. She's in my business. Can't you see, girl? Your mom is trying to end this. Your mom's in our business. I tell your mom's to mind our business. When I first met your moms, I gave your mom respect. But now I see she knows me, I see that she suspects I'm some bad guy, I don't know why. You have to tell your mother lies about you and I. Now when you first told me, she said that was a no-no. Cause I my haircut and people call me Solo. Before the time you said you really didn't care, now you tell me to change my name or even cut my hair. How would you ever go become somebody's wife and at the age of 22 you let your mother run your life? Me, I'm not the type to tell your moms to get lost, yell out loud, flip and get my point across. See, I think you should tell your mom to leave us two alone and stop reading all of letters and he's dropping on the phone. Cause if you really like me, you let your mommy know she got her mind on business. Your mom's is in our business, she's in our business. Can't you see, girl? Your mom's trying to end this. Your mom's in our business. I tell your mom's the mind on business. Your mom's in our business, she's in our business. Can't you see, girl, that your mom's trying to end this? Your mom's in our business. I tell your mom's the mind on break it down.
Lies, rumors, the lies.
Yeah.
Lies, rumors, the lies.
Break it down.
Lies, rumors,
Break it down.
lies,
Break it down.
lies,
Break it down. 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 Break it down.
My brother Dow in the building, salute.
break it down, know the rumors, who's telling all the lies. Solo fell off, you must be drinking St. Eyes. I'm back in effect on my second cassette. Check the untouched rep, scaring them C's like a bomb threat. Rumors and lies at the same time try to destroy my name. Is this the price for fame? If people got money for rumors and talk, they'd have a lot of millionaires living here in New York. 3 #1 hit should kill the negative vibe. Solo's name and fame can never be denied. It's got me trapped in a corner and I wanna attack. I tried to hold it in before, but now I
Can't hold it back.
I can't hold it back. I can't hold it back. I can't hold it back.
Man, K-Soul had joints. He had joints. Don't forget.
I wrote spellbound to put my face on the map. But rumors have it that another man made in jail wrote that's impossible. Kevin Madison will take a stand if he wrote spellbound. Who the hell wrote Letterman? Who should have made the non-believers there become a witness? When I released the hit, it went #2, not far from one. But while the fugitive ran, I came back to get the job done. Now they wanna tell lies and take credit from a great hard worker solo artist. But this is instead I came back for 92 on the Sam Sneak track. I tried to hold it all in, but now I can't hold it back. 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 Break it down. 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 Letterman. I'm the incredible Letterman. My room was a laboratory owned by my D.A.D. dad. He was a professor, and I'm his S.O.N. So my life as a professor had just begun. My name is K-E-V-I-N-M-A-D-I-S. So in one good experiment, I qualify and become a good professor in medicine. I ran out my door and I looked for my breakbeat spelling book and grabbed my dog. Rhymes that I had of a muscle from his body, the combination of that.
Man, shout out to Deer Park. Word up.
I thought that I might get H-U-R-T heard if I used Dad's molecular machine that was known to convert. The manual that I could find on Dad's machine. I hit a button in his room to turn the laboratory green. Some headphones from my dogs and a pair for mine. Hit the switch and spell the rhyme. My chromosome will mix with mine. This uncanny combination shall let the world understand. Professor Kevin Madison changed to the incredible Letterman. I'm the incredible Letterman. I'm spellbound.
Like this.
Hey, what I'm about to say may hit a lot of people in the real strange. Hey, what I'm about to say may hit a lot of.
Like this.
Hey, what I'm about to say may hit a lot of people in a real strange way. Some said I should have spelled this a long time ago, but I stay down with you while others turn pro. P-R-O, now I'ma throw letters in my word so I can make spellbound flow. Beat it slow. See how it S-O-U-N-D sounds? K-S-O-L-O, 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 spellbound. K-S-O-L-O, spellbound. K-S-O-L-O, spellbound. K-S-O-L-L-O, spellbound. I'm spellbound. K-S-O-L-O-L-O-L-O. Say I'm the K-E-V-I-M. My last name is M-A-D-I-S-O-N. But when the R-A-P, they call me K-S-O-L-O. My rhymes are heavy like a rock, so I'ma throw 'em like a bolo. Rhymes are deaf, beats are hitting, it's working. The alphabet's in the coffee pot to keep the spelling perking. I-S-P-E-L-L, very W-E-L-L. I only spell so all can T-E-L-L. Rhymes I got, alright, well S-E-L-L. For rappers who don't believe me, go to H-E-L-L. Rhymes I write are made by M-E. Turn the M around and it spells W-E. B-K-I-C, kick the B-E-A-T. On the S-T-R-E-E-T. No one got rhymes like T-H-E-S-E. These rhymes you can R-E-A-D. Read, see how it sounds? My fundamentals are spelling. And K-S-O-L-O, spellbound. I'm spellbound.
You know what KSO's from?
I'm from C-I-L-I-F-L-Y. Like a B-I-R-D in the S-K-Y. From T-R-Y to the dash Y. I'm from C-I-L-I-F-L. I'm from C-I-L-I-F-L. I'm from C-I. I'm from C-I-L-I-F-L-Y. Like a B-I-R-D in the S-K-Y. From T-R-Y to the dash Y. These L-I-N-Es belong to M-I-N-E. I'm making they take, some rappers imitate. Okay, my rhymes make parties sway. People, I won't take any kind of losses. I battle rappers and I use all resources like household utensils, kitchen sinks. Some will get bust, but they can think or blink of any way to destroy me. Try to unemploy me, I can't let no one stop me. I'm running for the championship. Rapping ain't no game. After NK, Solo will retain what was mine.
Word up, yo. We got K Solo in the building. We got Samsung in the building. We about to set it off. Djaytiger, what up?
I never find a rapper who can stand by me.
Got one of my favorite joints I'm about to play right now.
X plus the BY plus C is 0. I need the Waddy, I use no persuasion. The X and Y will satisfy my equation. I'm running, telling that the new king has risen. It's time for y'all to make an independent decision. I hate rappers of the world with self-told talent who can smack with beats and lose composure and balance. When I rhyme, I eat my bass and mic like a fiend to keep my balance. Like I'm rhyming on a balance beam. So when you fall down, stay down, low down. K Solo is just rockin' for his hometown. Rockin' for my hometown. Rockin' for my hometown. Aggressive like a pitbull terrier. Harder it sounds on wax, the more the merrier. Maestro, release a speech for me. See when I rhyme, I rig up hits and get paid easily. Some gather round, listen to the flow, so I can prove I'm the true solo. MCs grab my name and bid it boldly, put it behind the name and ate it up like ravioli. Okay, so I heard it with Red Alert and Chuck. A rapper said he went solo, I said, what the? My man came over and said, yeah, we heard you. Jokes on you, you heard a biting ass crew. Some bit my name, I want it back, it's a fact again. Pete, tell him, get the bros for the record. Who do I stand for? A rapper on the stage who gets one single applause? Give me a break, my brother, my name stands for Kevin Self. Organization left others. My name's no game for those who claim to use my name in vain, cause their name sounds plain. I remain the same, should my flow change? No, the name of the game, Solo will explain. I don't know which way rappers ran or came. I know they're vain and I hate the name. Shame, playing a game that drove them insane. They walk around puddles, snow in the rain. With the cane, nothing to gain. Shame, fast flows and rhymes from Solo will get a rapper tame. The pain of no fame, no title of game. Nobody but the real Solo to blame. Fake solos and weak solos, shut the hell up and let the real Solo stand up.
Word, let me go get my seat, sit down. My brother Samssun in the building. K Solo in the building, Strong Island. We are here representing. Word up.
Hello, hello.
What's up, son?
Peace, brother.
Peace, brother. Peace, brother. Yo, he killing it, bro. That's hip hop,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
He
I
took
told
it back,
you,
bro. Yeah, salute,
I told
DJ. He took it back.
Like a nasty on the 1 or 2s, bro.
Yeah, he took it back, bro. I was there. I seen Biz Mark in the club with me. He took it back.
That's what's up. How you feeling this morning, bro?
Oh man, I'm just happy to be up. And I want to thank you guys for having me.
Salute, salute. Can y'all hear me?
Always.
Yeah.
Oh man, K Solo, yo, it's an honor to have you on here, man. Appreciate you, Samsung. Thank you for setting this up.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, yeah, I had to bring it back for him.
Brought it back.
No doubt, no doubt. Yes, this is Samsung Djaytiger, beats, rhymes, and life, y'all. This is what we do every Wednesday. Chop it up about beats, rhymes, and life. You know, and we got legends, man, in the building. K Solo, man, Strong Island, CI.
Strong?
Word up. Word up.
Legendary Letterman.
Yeah, man.
Happy, man. That's real.
Those joints were like just, I love just cutting them. You know, they just had the flavor in them to cut them. You know.
That was from that era.
Yup.
That's what we was doing.
Yup. It's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Shout out to the chat room, man. We are live on YouTube and Twitch as well. We got the family here. We got Daryl here in the building. Shout out to DJ T-Rel, Def Rocker. Salute. Yes.
You know what's crazy, man? A measuring stick for an MC sometimes. How ill an MC is you remember where you were the first time you heard them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can remember I was at a party. This was I was in high school. This was a party, backyard party. My man Chris Crossfader was cutting. And for those that know Chris, he's DJ for a lot of cats. He's DJ for Common on Tour. He's currently working with Goof Eno Live. Work with a lot of the native tongues. We were in the backyard. He was like, "Yo, call me over to the DJ booth." He said, "Yo, I know you nice, but I just got this record. You think you nice as him?" And it's spellbound. Yo,
Blew your mind, right? Like,
oh, where you get this from? And he's like, he just gave me the look, you know. But yeah, somebody told when you remember where you were the first time you heard them.
No doubt.
First time I heard you, bro, was in a backyard party. Somebody was like, somebody's asking me, "Yo, you think you this nice?"
Well, that's hip hop. Hip hop has that. It kept us all informed to what was coming out, and it also kept us on our game.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's when I first heard Rakim. That's how it was. They did the same thing to me. Yeah, Rakim for the first time. Even though I'm a little old, I think I'm about 2 years older than Rakim. And now this is a funny story about me and Rakim though. In Long Island, I was from Queens, and I would come out to Long Island and back and forth because my father lived in Queens, and I was born in Jamaica, Queens.
okay.
So I remember when Rakim was with the Love Brothers. His name was Kid Wiz, and my name was KV. I was King Vicious as a little kid.
Right.
And Paris wasn't allowed to go to the parties. His older brother would throw the parties in my area. And so Biz Mark and me started rapping at the same time.
Oh, dope. Okay.
So when I see Rakim, me and Rakim see each other, it's like when last time Rakim seen me at the 30-year anniversary of MTV, my sons was like, Dad, he was really excited to see you. And I had to explain to my kids, like, well, because me and Rakim were very young when hip hop had a uniform and Bismarck was wearing the pleats, and hip hop had a uniform at a time. When rap first started, you had to dress a certain way to even get by the mic.
Wow. Right.
If you didn't have a mock neck or a V-neck sweater, a pea coat, a sheepskin, the shoes, the British Walkers, the Playboys, or the Valleys, they wouldn't even give you the mic.
Stop
So you had to be dressed like a b-boy to get in that. And Rakim and me and Bismarck, we came from that. We dressed like that.
Right.
Russian hats, we had the fashion because we were kids when hip hop came out. The first rap record we all know was King Tim III, not Sugar Hill Gang. So that's a trick question for some people that really know hip hop. If they're a connoisseur of hip hop, and you say, okay, well, what's the first rap record? If they don't say King Tim III personality jock, you walk away. You don't embarrass them, but you walk away. You know that they're not really authentically. They were on the bandwagon more sense, like the first baby boomers that came in. They were up from that crowd. Not saying it's a bad thing to be that, but that's just what it is.
Right.
People that know hip hop, the connoisseurs of it, knew the first day they heard it. And then they was rhyming the next day. I'm from that crowd. And Rakim too.
Right.
And
Right.
Salam and Lord Dumas, all of these guys from Long Island that didn't make it, like Lord Dumas. Shout out to Jazzo from Amityville. He was in another original pioneer.
Wow.
Who else?
So,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, so a lot of people like that I know, and this is what hurts my scenario sometimes. I explain to Redman, when people from younger generations are saying things that aren't so accurate, I get the calls. You know, like if somebody is saying something in hip hop, especially in that region,
Right.
I'll get a phone call from Flav, I'll get a call from Griff, I'll get a call from Bad Mike, I'll get a call from Clarence Cooper. I get calls and I'd be like, I try to smooth it over.
Right.
Because I was in the room with these guys, and I remember going to school, to a bad school in Long Island, in Clarence Cooper, and I remember me and Clarence Cooper, he lived next door to Paris Smith. I remember being on the bus with him all the time, going to this bad school, and then I knew that our judicial system and our school system was a little bullshit, because what happened was, as soon as I went to Queens, I was back in the regular school district. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got back to Long Island, I graduated with in a regular setting, because they were trying to say we had learning disabilities. But it was funny how as soon as I went to live with my dad, I didn't have a learning disability. I'm in regular school and I'm passing.
Right. So you knew it was something fishy.
It could have. No, let me just say this. When we had a community and there was just black teachers, the teacher whooped your ass if you wasn't paying attention, where the white teacher probably wouldn't really take an interest in you. Not saying in all cases, because I had a Jewish teacher that took an interest in me and put me back. She really took an interest in me. Sandy Kent would bring me around, and when I boxed, her and her father would show up, and they made me feel like, I had a community.
Right.
So I'm not saying in all cases that's the case with our culture, but what I'm saying, in my case, it was, because when I got back into the regular school district, I didn't have an issue. But no one in the other Long Island, they didn't care to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people I noticed that are in these special ed classes. They're really not that. Either they had a situation at home no one investigated, or they weren't interested in the style of teaching you were teaching.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm just saying we never experienced it, because we always listen. We're a subculture now, and when I hear these rappers get on these podcasts and say we're a culture, and I laugh, I go, "They're not a culture. You're a subculture, because someone took you and put you in." All right, if hip hop was a culture, if hip hop had a culture, it wouldn't be owned by the Jewish community business wise.
Yeah, say it louder.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not hurt. I'm just saying, I'm trying to re-educate and teach. I'm not trying to lose myself in teaching either. I'm just saying that when you say stuff, be correct about it, because There's going to be fact checkers in a minute that'll come in to say no, and let's be correct about this because the next generation is listening, right? Another thing I learned about New York and East Coast rap, they don't have OGs. They don't like listening to the older generation. They're cut off from them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a problem. When Redman had me as an OG, it helped him. Redman is the only member out of that crew that listened to me. I'm just saying, it's not EPMD's fault they didn't. It's just this was the way of our culture, our subculture. It was like, I don't listen to them old niggas. Man, they old. Man. We gonna do our thing. And then when the old, well, look at Snoop Dogg. He listened to Dre, didn't he?
Right.
Okay, so the West Coast has OGs, and they're in a very different position because of it.
True.
East Coast, 50 Cent got an OG now. His name is Eminem. I'm just saying, through this order, these guys are benefiting because there's more, not saying more, there's more guidance, and they can actually hit their marks faster this way.
Right.
You know, when you don't have an OG and you're trying to figure it out on your own, you know, can you imagine a young flow rider in a house when he had no success, and there I was with him as the OG saying, let's go to the library today. And he said, what? I said, let's go to the library and let's we're not going to find any problem at the library. And that's where we go. That's where we go. So, you know, and then when it was his time to, and here's another thing I want to say. With that relationship we had, and then when he had the opportunity to do his record, and they said to him, and he's somewhat of hip hop too, even though he's pop, but he comes from our community though. And then he says, Nelly's not showing up to the studio. He was ready, and he does the record, and the rest was history. I mean, you know, young generation has to understand that too. Like, here he was getting the opportunity, and if he wasn't ready for it, would have passed him up, and Nelly would have rebounded, right?
True.
Never happened. He got one take and it was done. And next thing you know, Apple Bottom Jeans was his first single, and he doesn't own Apple Bottom Jeans. He's Flow Rider, and 7 million records, and the rest was history.
Right.
So this is like a fight. These are like boxing and hip hop are very similar in the sense that if you get an opportunity and you're ready for it. I want to shout out Francis and Anagu, who I got a call last night from Dewey, his head trainer. You know, it's not for the championship fight, but he's fighting Anthony Joshua on March 9th in Saudi Arabia. Let's see what happens. You know, if he's ready for this opportunity. Now, I'm just saying this. My guess, I called the last fight with Tank Davis knocking Garcia out in 9 rounds. That was no problem for me. And then I called Crawford knocking out the other guy in 4 rounds. I got that right too. Flow Rider, we betted, I won. I say Francis Ngannou knocks this guy out in 5 rounds as soon as he gets close to him. Now I know Anthony Josh is nice and he's ready, but I know I seen him on Queer Street a couple of times when he got hit by Andy. Now I'm not saying that's the same fighter. I'm not saying he's the same fighter. I'm just saying a guy that came all the way from Cameroon and had nothing, he gets an opportunity like that, he's gonna knock your head off. He's gonna knock your head off in the 5th round. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll eat it, but I doubt I'm gonna be wrong.
What do you feel about him leaving UFC to, you know, do his own?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's what boxing is Queensberry rules, and I boxed ever since I was 8 years old till I became an adult. I understand the boxing game very well, but I know when you want something, it's a whole different animal.
Right.
And him coming from Cameroon, you got to remember, guys, this is the guy that they found in the desert 4 times, and they locked him up, and he went back 4 times and got out of it and made it to America.
Wow.
Okay, so I need you to digest that for a minute. Your guy that they throw in the desert to die, and it doesn't break a spirit. He figures a way to go to jail, get out, go back again. They catch him again, and he winds up in America and winds up at the UFC and becomes undefeated heavyweight champion. This is what you're dealing with. A desire. You're just dealing with a desire. And Joshua is in the way of that right now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna mop him up too.
I think he's gonna mop. It's just a matter of time for him to get close and throw that right hand, and the rest, you know, I'm just saying. Now, Anthony proves me wrong. I think he's a great specimen. He's a great fighter with great reflexes. He's an Adonis as far as a figure. But I'm talking about a desire right now. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about a desire. That's like, you know, that's like you putting Half Dead in the ring with in the cage with Too Sweet, and he's trying to take his manhood. It's a different fight.
Right.
It's a different fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, but back to what I was saying about hip hop, right? We have a opportunity now to bring East Coast hip hop in a better light. You know what I'm saying? If we can listen to those guys that were before us. I'm just saying it's like a boxing match, right? You get in the corner and you got Young Thug in the ring and they're yelling Young Thug before he gets locked up. I seen the video clip. The guy said, "Hey man, there's nothing in. I went to jail. There's nothing there for you." He's in jail right now. The guy told him this 2 years before he got locked up. It was an OG telling him this 2 years before he got locked up. So that's what I'm saying about the young generation in our community. They don't want to listen. They've been spun. They've been spun to be out of control because they got some culture telling them they're out of control. In other words, the European culture is telling them you're out of control, and if they believe it, now it comes to life.
It comes to life. Yeah. Put it in the air. Yep.
Right. So if you believe it, now you have an issue. Just like when they brought Joe Louis here from Detroit, and they said you're going to be the savior of boxing. Let me tell you something. I tell you, when I was 12 years old, and I said to my trainer and his brother, I said, Muhammad Ali would have beat him. They kicked me out the gym. Listen, they was mad at me. I didn't understand it. I said, wait a minute, I'm black like him. You white. He said, wait a minute. Number one, we ain't white. We Italian. I said, I learned something that day. He told me, he said, I'll tell you what you do. He said, go to the library, get a Joe Louis book and read it, 2 of them, and then write a report. You can come back in here. Because I wasn't paying. I didn't have to pay to boxing. I was a student. I was so good, they didn't want me to pay. But when I said that, I got cut off. So I had to come back, you know, with the report and be in grace and get back in there. And I learned when I fought for the gloves, it was I lost the fight to, I don't know who it was. I think it was I lost the close decision to Tony Malloy. And Tony Fortunato brought me up to Madison Square and he said, look at the sign. And it was 7th Avenue. I said, okay, 7th Avenue, New York. I was trying to go back and get a hot dog. He said, no, look under the sign. It said Joe Louis Plaza. He let me know. He said, this man carried this. Then I understood. So most of our culture doesn't understand until somebody shows us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our subculture don't really understand till somebody says, hey man, this. Like I did Redman. When Redman was very young, I told Redman, I said, you're going to be bigger than us. He didn't see it, what I saw. And I said, please stay out of the, you know, don't get all mixed up. Just do what you do. Because I knew he had to, you know, he was just dialed in all the time with the music. But I used to think he wasn't listening because, you know, he had a silly side to him.
Right. Yeah, you do.
So I used to be like, yo, man, I hope you're paying attention because I knew if he fucked this up, it was a wrap. So I needed him to pay attention. Like, in other words, yo, man, pay attention. And he did. And he made his mark. Nobody else really listened. They walked past, you know, like I said, these young guys walk past the old dudes like they don't know. But I had Uncle Frank and Uncle Walter and my mother and Tony Fortunato and Major Saunders and Sandy Kant. I had 7 to 8 teachers feeding me an ideology. I had an Irish woman from the Salvation Army who was my godmother. So anything she got brand new, she brought it to me first. So I don't have corns on my feet. And, you know, see, even though I didn't have money, everything I had was la creme. Right. Brand new pea coat. I'm telling you, anything she got, she was a business anyway. And she was my godmother. So me and Kim had anything we wanted, any toys, we didn't ask. We were little kids in the ghetto, but we had everything.
Yeah, everything. That's dope.
I'm talking about everything. Records, anything we wanted to do, we ran it. So, and we was shuffled away to camp when we was like 8 years old to Bloomingdale, New Jersey, on 500 acres. We riding, you know, horses and just hanging out as little kids. We didn't We didn't have the life that a lot of people had, you know, as far as poverty and with nothing. We had people with power around us.
Yeah.
And then my Uncle Frank was a psychologist who put me in boxing. He told me, he said, "Wow, when you play football," he said, "every time they hit you, you know, you want to fight." He said, "If you was tough, I'd put you in boxing." It was psychology to get me in boxing. I was like, "I am." He's like, "No, you ain't." So, you know what I'm trying to say? So hip hop is the same thing. These young kids wouldn't have an issue if they had somebody in their corner that could show them the ropes.
Yep.
Because learning by trial and error is costly.
Learn the hard way.
I mean, it's costly. And then if the time runs out, you in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you fighting the clock. I always remember this to you artists that's listening. You only have a little bit of time to be on the market. Unless if it works for you, like you're an older school person like myself, when you get it together, you can still come through and create a lot of thunder. Because you got a lot of stuff to avoid. You avoid the red tape. It doesn't matter your age in this game. Even though people try to say it do, it's not true. It's a young man's game, but if you have a catalog and you together, you can still hit your points. You can. It's common sense.
Right.
Remember, it's a chitlin circle. No one's stopping you from showing up at somebody's town doing the show.
Yeah.
They're not. Yo, back in the days when James Brown and them showed up, they didn't have booking agencies. They didn't went on their own. A guy that created the Black Chitlin Circle was a man by the name of Ferguson. Mr. Ferguson was from Colorado. He's the one that created the Black Chitlin Circle. You know what I'm saying? So he created it so black people could have entertainment. So, you know, and he showed up when he wanted to show up and wherever he wanted to show up. He was always unannounced, and he knew that once he showed up, the people were going to show up. Because black people didn't have entertainment with white people back then. It was segregated. And that wasn't the people's fault. It was the government doing that. The government segregated y'all, not the people. So, you know, you could take it upon yourself to make a statement, as you know, if you know what you're doing. Like I could show up in Chicago right now. I'm not in the gang area, but I could show up and throw my posters up, and believe me, I'm gonna have a crowd.
Dope. Gems are dropped, man. That's what we need. Get this in the universe. Shout out to Agility Beats in the building. Robert Gant, Chris. People's over there on YouTube. Queen City, the Full Blast Tribe is here. Toquan.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man.
I want to just let y'all know Muddy Waters 2's coming. You know what I'm saying? K Solo's coming with a project too. Nice. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do something different this year. Flo Rida's coming with some new music too. Like, you know, hopefully I'm trying to infuse these different industries. Like I told Redman and Flo Rida, we should all do something together because he is pop. We are underground hip hop, but he's our brother too. And, you know, I don't think there should be any segregation in our genres or music because we all come from struggle.
Right.
Flo Rida is very good friends with Flavor Flav too. It's still, I want to see a project though. I want to see them do something where I can sit down and look at my daughter and go, look.
Right.
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't want the other culture have to do it for us. I want the subculture to do it for themselves. Like we don't need them to come grab us and say, "Hey, no, we do this on our own."
Yeah, put this together. Yeah, do it authentically.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't have an issue with them, but I have an issue with them doing that when we already that with each other.
Right.
That's all.
Yep. That makes perfect sense.
My mother was a Moor. My mother was a Moorish temple Moor. My grandmother was born in the community in Brooklyn in the Moorish temple, and I learned that Islam came to this country through the Moorish temple. Elijah Muhammad and them didn't yet set off, or the 5% of the nation, they all broke off from that. That was the hub of it first. It started in Harlem and then it came to Brooklyn. And then Elijah Muhammad stepped off and did the Fruit of Islam. So just so you know, from Farad Muhammad came from Pakistan and he started the Moorish, and he was involved in the Moorish temple first. It's the first Muslim set of color in America. And then it broke off into FOI and the 5% Nation. Because Puddin created his own thing and so did Elijah Muhammad for financial gain. They changed the information. They didn't change it really a lot, but you know, Muslim doesn't, or I don't think Muhammad Ali understood this. Okay, history tells us that he was named after his grandfather, named his father after an abolitionist that freed slaves in Kentucky in the 1800s. Right? It was an Irishman by the name of Cassius Marcellus Clay. Muhammad Ali didn't really read and know, so he named himself. He let Elijah Muhammad take his name, erase it, and name himself after an Arab that had slaves. True story. But Ali's heart is not to be in question. He just didn't have the knowledge that I'm spewing, but his heart was still the greatest.
Right.
He still was the greatest heavyweight champion boxer we ever saw. We can't take that from him. I still don't think he could have got in there with Joe Louis's power, but we never saw that.
Right.
I don't think he could have laid on the ropes with him. That's just my opinion. Joe Louis had a title for 12 years,
Yeah.
one belt,
Word.
and they both look like models. I'm a big Ali fan, but my little brother's a big Joe Louis fan. And then when I got up on Joe Louis, I had to recant my conversations a lot and say, I don't know. I know he could get away. I know he could move. He was sweet. But if he can he take the punch though? Yo, Joe Louis hit Jersey Joe Walcott so hard that when he crawled on the ground to get up, he kept shaking his head trying to get his equilibrium back. Like that's a hard punching guy, man.
Yeah.
12 years undefeated for 12 years. They called it the Bum of the Month tour. He was a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, I say that to say we're very similar in these industries. They're very similar. They're chitlin circuit, like hip hop and boxing is like chitlin circuit stuff. It is. And they apply the same rules apply too. Lean on yourself and your own knowledge to create your own, to create your own oasis, because they're not gonna always see what you see. James Brown, let me tell y'all something. Bringing James Brown into the forefront. James Brown had a record called Please, Please, Please. It was his first number one. No, it was first top 10. It wasn't his number one, but it was his first top 10 hit. And the president didn't want to use it. He didn't think it was going to be. He said, I don't want it. James said, this is going to be a hit. He taped it live at the Apollo, and it became James Brown's first hit. So lean on your own understanding with your own music, because the Europeans really don't understand black music like that. They're good business in it, but they don't understand black music. They're not black. Black music derived from the church, from soul and the blues, all of that gradually brings you to where we at. You know what I'm trying to tell you? It started there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now it metamorphosized into other genres. Rock and roll, Chuck Berry. He's the king of it. Not Elvis. Elvis sold the records. Chuck Berry is the guy. Jimi Hendrix is the guy. Jimi Hendrix never won a Grammy. You believe that? No, I'm just saying. So you got to lean on your own. Is in other words what I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing bad. Listen, I love everybody. I'm just saying. The history teaches us. Through the history, we know what has to happen. Mind you now, don't get me wrong. The Europeans play a very good role in business, though. Muhammad Ali had 10 white influential businessmen backing him.
Facts.
Joe Martin is not his trainer. He owned the gym. The old black man trained him. I'm telling you facts. Joe Martin got credit because the story would go over better. But the truth of the matter is the old black man trained him. I'm telling you, I have never seen a European man train somebody on the ball of their feet like black fighters. I never saw it. They teach them how to bounce on their feet like cats, and then pick a person up. That's a black trait. I'm just telling you. So history plays a big part in this, and culture does too. But we got to put it to the point where we could do this. The creative side, you can lean on ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to just, you know what I'm saying? We can lean on ourselves too and figure out things.
Right.
Chuck D had a very hard time with Public Enemy in spewing information that they figured out, and then it was crazy because I didn't agree with the way Griff did it, but I didn't denounce I wasn't shunning on the. It was just another way he could have did it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Because I don't like hurting people neither. I like to say it in a way where everybody understands what this is. And let me just say this to you too: as the cultures grow, the togetherness and inclusiveness is better because they understanding each other's gripes.
Right. Facts.
So the next generation is making it better. I didn't like what happened to the Jewish community in the Holocaust. Nobody of common sense would have.
Facts.
You know what I'm trying to tell you? Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? I had a great grandfather on my mother's side that's Jewish. You know what I'm saying? So I have that in me. That's why I have the stars of David on my elbows. So I didn't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that to nobody. You know what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, they play a part. But at the end of the day, I want it to be, a fair scenario. I want it to be fair for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Across the board.
Right, because that's what America is. The conclusiveness is America, and everybody has, everybody should, be having a nice time. It shouldn't be, somebody sitting over there on the side with their head down, feeling like I don't like that. That's not what this is. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop is a great thing, and it's for everybody. If the Indian kid did the break dance and he spun on his head and ended like this, we were all we loved it.
Right.
So that's what hip hop is.
What he is, yeah.
I didn't care what he was. As long as he was good and he was entertaining, let's go to the next videotape. That's what this is about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to shout out to Paul Ring at Universal. I want to shout out Chris Addison. I want to shout out, the Hit Squad, the Def Squad, all my guys out there. I want to shout out Travis Blaze, Full Sail alumni, Winkler. I want to shout out Jason Assel. We did a crazy meeting last night, so we're gonna merge some things together. Hopefully, I had the combination for this. I'm at Full Sail University today. Always, it's right here. It's right around the corner. I'm in sunny Florida. This is where I'm at. This is where we make it happen. Shout out to Jimmy Fake Handy and Bill Nance. We're bringing this thing together now. But then my brothers in the West Coast, they own the shops and the stuff that we do the merchandising and the visuals. I want to shout out to my boy Rob at the pod. Like, we're going to bring some real great things together. I want to also shout out Ambient Media for bringing us together with Mass Media Films to do the ride show that me and Redman will be starring in. A lot of great things happening, man. And Road Warrior Records is gonna be dropping new music. Chris LaShawn is coming out with a new project. It's called The G Side. Listen out for that. I think that's out right now. And Sinatra's in the studio right now. My boy Ron B and the Crooks are in the studio right now. Princess Glock is in the studio. Everybody's just doing their thing, and I'm just ecstatic to be a part of it. I'm in the universe making some things happen. And like I said, our blockchain technology has took off last month. We're doing like 500,000 transactions every day. Yeah, like I said, we're involved in the technology side of the scenario, and my whole team it's a multicultural team, which it's a lot of conclusive. We need that, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's playing their part well, and I'm very vocal in how I feel about that. And moving forward as a team, I know we're gonna get there together. I want to shout out Brother T and Men with a Vision. Shout out Eric Mims, the first black car dealership, electric car dealership out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And my man T Bills, yeah, Tony Bell and the Baraka Technology Company. And let's walk this dog with Francis Anagu on March 8th. Let's see what happens. 8th. I mean, yeah, March 8th. I see it happening, Big Dewey. Let's get it. And yeah, man, hip hop is a beautiful place. And let's keep in mind, East Coast, that we could take some advice from these older guys that are a little more smarter than you and make your situation a little more brighter, and then make hip hop a beautiful place for everybody, because we all are fans of this art culture and we all play a part in it. So, lighten up on the fact that you're young and you know it all, because you don't. And let some trainers get in there and help you win a championship. Because remember, The fighters can't win a fight without a corner. You need a trainer, you need a cut man, and you need some conditioning coaches that know what's going on because you can't see the fight in the ring.
Right.
The corner can see everything you cannot see.
On outside, yep.
So we're watching it from the outside and we see things you don't see. So let's keep in mind that's what's happening here in hip hop, and let's make it a beautiful place. Let's don't shame our parents, and let's be products of the parents that made us, and let's make them proud of what we're doing. And like I said, let's entertain, let's be professional, and let's make this thing, go where it needs to go without a whole bunch of hiccups.
Right. Well spoken, brother. Man. Jules, that's what we love over here, man.
Shout out to my mother. My mother raised me to be like that. My mother's multicultural. My mother's related to Pocahontas, and she's Scottish and she's black. And my mother has three cultures in that one person, and you have to be right out here. My mother wasn't pro-black, she was pro-correct. Same with Miss Noble. Mama Noble was the same way too. They, you had to be right. They didn't care what you look like. What was coming out your mouth has to be correct.
Yeah, just be real. What's coming out your mouth? Yep.
That's it, man. That's it. Make the world a beautiful place. We all got a part to play. The world's a movie. We all on the stage, and let's lights, camera, action. Let's make it happen.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Shout
out to the pioneers too. And let me give a shout out to the pioneers. Kool Herc, of course. Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, all of those. DJ Scratch. Not that you're in that party, but you played a part in shaping this thing. Shout out to the Run DMC and all the greats. Shout out to Russell Simmons, Leo Cohen, all the greats that did what they had to do to make this thing beautiful. And hopefully the next generation come in and do more and make it more beautiful. And like I said, man, we love everybody that had something to do with this thing. If we got $1 from it, we appreciate you.
Yes, indeed.
It's a dollar earned, man, that we didn't have. So we want to keep that, and let everybody know how we feel about that, and make hip hop a beautiful place. Shout out to Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg doing a wonderful job over there in the West Coast. Like I said, it's a 360-degree circle. Shout out to Sam Snead. We coming. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this shit professional. Yeah, let's keep this shit professional. Let's keep a smile on our face. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to do, and we still got a lot of work to do.
You got any upcoming shows? You got anything upcoming shows? Or
I get some phone calls, but I'm kind of stay off the line till Sam comes out. When Sam hits the stage, I want to shout out Samssun too. Great artist. I can't wait to work with him. Real solid guy. Real solid guy. Great information. Great message. And I want everybody to pay attention to that project. It's in the garage right now, but when we break it out, a lot of people are going to be very happy. Like I said, he has something to say. He has a great message, and we are going to definitely showcase it and highlight it and be a part of something hip-hop great. He's one of them.
Yes, indeed.
Can't wait till that happens. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
No, real talk. It's real spit. Shout out to Stony Brook Radio, all our guys out there. WUSB. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right. The Wire out here in Orlando, Florida. Full Sail Radio. Like I said, man, we coming, baby.
Yes, indeed. Y'all want to point one thing out, man. When we watched the Versus and Red and Meth, and y'all came out to do Headbanger, that was phenomenal. That was a mark in hip hop. Like, you need to.
Well, EPMD was students of the games when EPMD came in with that marquee, with that whole style. You know what I'm saying? EPMD was watching Amazing A, Burgermeister. When Paris was young, he was around a lot of that energy, Bismarck. So when he was able to articulate it in he like brought it back another, because it was like a before him, and then when he brought it back, he actually dialed in and put it back out. So that's why it's special to be on the stage when they do that song, because I was part of both worlds. I was part of the old school, young, very young, and then now to do Headbanger with these new guys. I mean, I always got to thank Paris for that, to actually reaching back and go, yo, I got to, because we had a childhood and we relived it through to a new era.
Right.
And got it off, and people were like, we were a part of it. We were part of the landscape on both landscapes. Because Paris was very young, and so was I when the first ones were, like I said, when hip hop had a uniform, and then when we came back in, We brought Timberlands in. We brought the hoodies in. We brought Carhartts in. We were the first ones that did this. So when you see this Timberland champion hoodie, we are the ones that brought that into to existence. You know, first person I saw wearing Timberlands was the Long Island guys. It wasn't a part of the hip hop uniform. Rakim will tell you, like Timberlands came from, you know, that era of Borsalino guys when they was in Central Islip in the, I think in the late 70s. We saw Timberlands, and that kind of fashion statement, and it rolled over into hip hop.
Right.
You know, Biz Mark, if he's not here, God bless Biz, he wouldn't be here. He would tell you that's where it came from. Authentic, no reason to lie about it. We were there as kids, little ice creams in our mouth, watching it evolve.
So
and that record was always on. That record was on when Biz Mark heard us do that record. He said, I knew you was gonna win with that. That was your thing. I said, yeah, hip hop. Shout out to all the greats. Spontaneous. I seen you on Facebook. I love the post. It was crazy. And shout out to one of my fallen comrades, Sir Rockala, who passed along with Wayne Booker. Very, very solid guys in my childhood in Central Islip that I would always be in the room with. Shout out to the Cooper family, my sister Roz and Toya, Shamdu, my brother Wink and Keedy, you know what I'm saying, and Little Kim, like family, you know what I'm saying, Ralph Mann, Greta, like family, bro. This is all people that were there that could tell the story probably better than myself.
Yo, Solo, you brought up OG Jazzo from Amityville.
Yeah. Yo. He was an original. He was like an original guy to me. Like when Dumar, it was at him and Dumar and Salam. There was the Roots was out there in Amityville too at that time. Roots and Borsalino was kind of parallel. It was so the street cliques were like Roots, Borsalino, and the Fifth Ward out of Wyandanch. They're Alvin Tony's uncles. God bless the Alvin Tony. So these were the street guys that was out, and there was a crew in Brentwood called the FBI that actually did security for high voltage. We talking about early 70s, you know what I mean? When, you know, I wasn't allowed to go out, but the reason why I was out and I was allowed to, my mother would work at night and I would sneak out.
Right.
If my mother worked the late shifts, so my mother would leave at 8 to 12, I would be out. And by the time she would come back, I would either try to make it back in. No, she would work from 12 at night to 8 in the morning. I would be gone. Ralph Mann would come get me out the room out the window, and I was out. Had no business out. She would kill me if she didn't found out, but I was out. I had to have been about 12 years old, like young.
Wow.
You know, watching this stuff go on and, you know, being there watching and not allowed to be there. But I knew Borsalino, so my cousin Prince was part of that gang, so I didn't get in no trouble. I was off limits. If they messed with me, you know, they had real problems coming. So, but I was very young and I didn't belong out there.
Right.
Thank God I went though, because I got a chance to study a lot and see what hip hop was, and everything I learned, I instilled in Redman. You know, because Redman was a great student. I just didn't know if he was paying attention all the time.
Right.
Because he's not my blood brother. But we're like brothers though, and I used to be like, is this guy listening?
That was a rumor too. They thought y'all were real brothers too.
Well, yeah, if you look at us and we're light-skinned and our birthdays on the same day, that's why we had to tell people, because they used to get mad and go, how y'all ain't brothers? Y'all cutting the cake on and how you gonna explain to somebody, I don't really know him, but our birthday's on the same day. So that we got that brother stigma, people like they're brothers. And it's stuck. And we are, because I would advise him to certain things. And we're very close like that. You know, we can get mad at each other and we still go back to doing what we got to do. We didn't have that issue where, you know, we had, you know, like we couldn't be real with each other. We could be real with each other and then it'd be over and we go right back to doing what we, So that's like a brother relationship. You know, we always had an issue, you know, where sometimes he felt I was full of shit. He'd tell me and I'd say, and then I would prove him wrong and he would apologize. We go back to work. So we never had an issue. We're both from intelligent parents, so we figure it out all the time. We never had a hiccup with that.
That's dope.
I had a hiccup more with the other guys because they were younger. They were his age. Let me just say this. The thing with EPMD and us, right, with the clash with me and we grew up in the same environment. So it was like our community was always turned against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Me being from CI and they being from Brentwood, there was
Brentwood.
always that wall where, you know, which is
Yeah.
crazy, but well, hopefully we get over it, right? Because I only want the best for them too.
Mhm.
But growing up, you get advice from the community that's not always right.
Mm.
Most of our information is coming from rednecks and hillbillies from the 1800s. Did you know that?
Mm. Wow.
Because when the Africans got free in 1865 and they got to the Appalachian Mountains and they got free, who was there with them? The hillbillies and the rednecks.
Hmm.
So they were teaching them the new culture that they were going to embrace, called Southern culture.
Hmm.
All you got to do is listen to Dr. Soul, Thomas Sowell. He breaks it down and tells you verbatim how it went, how it happened.
Right.
Don't take my word for it. There's other scholars that figured it out too. How it became, how you got
The culture.
hillbillies and rednecks. Okay, let's have this conversation. I'm going to end it. How do you think we embrace gang culture? Gang culture was a European culture first.
Hmm.
Look at the Gangs of New York film.
Yeah.
And then look at the fact that red and blue is the Democrats and Republican colors, and look at blood and Crip.
Hmm.
Without the information, you won't be able to fix it. You gotta do a lot of reading and figure out so you know what you're saying on the mic. That's why when people talk, you have to be talking correct, or you can't talk at all because you'll confuse people more.
Mm.
You have to have the right information.
There's a lot of that on the internet.
Well, if you could just if you have the right information, you cut through the BS, and then people can get to the, because all cultures want to know the truth, and when I explain it, they all get it, and no one says you're wrong. I have proof to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think Latin comes? Where do you think the Latin racial disparity comes from? They're looking at European, thinking that they're better than them.
Yeah.
So that's where you get it from, right? Simon Bolivar, Alexander Napoleon was the Haitian president, and as soon as they liberated Latin America, he didn't free anybody.
Mm.
Haitians had to wait 40 years to get liberated after that. History, as long as you understand history, you could put the puzzle together and know how to navigate throughout these scenarios.
Right. Right. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Knowledge, right? Infinite Heart? Word up.
Yeah,
Beat
man.
up. Salute.
Yo, thank you for having me, and I'm just happy to share some light on things so people know in the directions that we trying to go, and we ain't trying to be out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? We products of our parents, man. We trying to do something out here for real.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Sure.
We're
indeed.
trying to fix it, and we're trying to fix a little bit of stuff that we're allowed to fix, and then let the next generation come in and do their part.
Word up.
Because we only got a certain amount of time to be out here.
No. Indeed. Indeed.
Flavor Flav, give me a shout. I seen you last night, boy. Flow Rider, give me a shout. We out here.
That's what's up, man. Yo,
All
K
right, y'all.
Solo. I thank you so much, man. You're welcome to come back anytime. Definitely can't wait to hear, Samsung, K Solo joints with me on the cuts,
Yes, sir.
It's coming.
Yes, sir. Djaytiger, no joke, man. You killed it today, baby. Like I said, we got some big things happening, man. And shout out to DJ Deliver out of Atlanta. We're gonna bring this whole thing together. So, under one roof, man. That's what we're gonna do.
Yes,
That's all we
indeed.
can do, y'all. That's all we can do.
Yup.
And do the thing like we did tonight, man. Just keep it 100. We be all right.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop
Indeed.
is alive and well, baby.
Mhm.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank
Salute.
you, man. Salute,
Strong
man.
Island.
Cool, bro. Thank you for coming
Goodbye.
through, man. Appreciate
No
you,
doubt.
man.
I appreciate you
K-Solo,
more,
dog.
Sam. I can't wait to see these new joints, man. Mrs. Robinson is my favorite right now.
All
I
right.
can't wait till that video hits, man. It's
All right.
crazy.
Oh,
Alright.
man. We're going to debut them
Yo, we
all
talking about
here.
3 generations, bro. We talking about 3 generations. The grandmama, the mama, and then the wife. How you gonna lose that?
Dope.
Salute.
Dope.
One of the most specialist records ever created, my man. Gotta shoot the video to that, man.
Yeah.
That's 3 generations. When people understand what I'm talking about, they're gonna give you your flowers. Remember what I told you?
Shout out again to Chris Addison.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Addison. Beautiful hook. The only guy that I was ever second to in prison was Chris Addison. Shout out to Chris Addison. Well, yeah, and, you know, you're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. These are all the artists that was on the Death Row East that never got out. That
I
is
say it all
still,
the time. I say it all the time. Chris doesn't know how talented he is.
yeah. Chris is a
Chris
bad
doesn't know
dude,
how
man.
talented he is, man.
Bad dude, man. Shout out to the Crooks, Water, Glacier, Ron B. Talent stuff coming, bro. We coming, bro. When I
Yeah,
tell
man.
you we coming, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the new. I'm gonna send you the record too, Tiger, as soon as I get it, so you can air it first.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. You know, we'll debut it here, right here. Thank you.
All right, son. Samsung, make sure I got his email so I can send it to him tonight.
I got you.
All right.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Be
If you
safe,
need me,
man.
holler, okay?
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
All right,
Text it right now.
all right, bet.
All right.
Yo,
Hey, man.
crazy, man.
Yes, sir.
K Solo, man. Samsung, bro. Thank you for setting that up, man.
A good
That's
brother,
what's
man. I literally talk to
Yeah.
that brother like every other day.
Dope. Yeah, man. He ain't lying about that Mrs. Robinson joint, bro.
Yo, man, I'm
Word.
humbled, man. This guy, he talks to me, he talks to me about that song almost every day, bro. Telling me last night, he's like, yo, I'm sitting here with my girl. We listening to this right now, man.
Shout to
Right.
Beat Yoda, salute. L Boogie, salute. Man, family's here, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, man, appreciate y'all checking in.
And big shout out to my brother Reboot Radio too, man. Like, you know, we do this interview on Wednesdays, we do ours on Monday, and it's like the same. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to do where you come through on a Monday and he come through on a Wednesday. You know, because it's like the same vibe, man. You know, just chopping it up about real stuff, about music, DJing, MCing. You know, so we definitely want to have you on there. To, you know, broadcast your history. You know, just like we do here. So dope. Big shout out to James Green, Vietnam, in the building. Word, yo, Agility Beats, bro. I saw that chop video you did, bro. Ooh, I was talking to Samsung about that yesterday.
Yeah.
That was dope. Yo, check out Agility Beats, y'all, on IG. Word up. Shout to be Yoda. You know, you already know Shout to be Yoda is dope, y'all. Make sure y'all check his music out as well.
Check Agility Beats out on all social media and streaming platforms as well, man. He's got a lot of beat beat blends and things that he's doing that are up for sale, man. So check him out, man. Check out his material, man. He's got material up there. I can't praise him enough, bro.
Right.
He's in the he's in the rare groove of people like Kanye before he went crazy, and yo, just like, you know, his production is nuts, man.
He has a signature, like, yeah, that's Agility Beats. Like, you know,
Yeah, bro.
like you said,
Yeah,
he got
bro.
a signature, yep. Yo, Shy, bro, I'd be honored, bro. Wow. I'd be honored, brother. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Strong Island, man. Yo, I tell you, man, legends, man. I mean, come on, man. We got EPMD, K Solo, Keith Murray, Rakim, Public Enemy. I mean,
And yo, he brought up. I brought back up Jazzo because he mentioned Jazzo,
yeah.
and I wanted to say to him, I didn't know if he was aware. Jazzo and Freddie Fox just did an album together. Jazzo from Amityville that he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Him and Freddie Fox just did an album together called Level Up. So y'all definitely want to check that. Jazzo and Freddie Fox. Jazzo did the production, and it's Freddie Fox on the rhymes. Yeah, yo, banging.
Wow. Okay.
Level up. Jazzo,
Yeah.
Freddie Fox, Bumpy Knuckles.
Freddie Fox. Yup. And there's another one, Strong, Freddie Fox. Remember, we talked about that. Freddie Fox was supposed to be Freddie Fox, Eric B, and Freddie Fox.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't show, and then Rakim showed, and then the rest was history. But yeah, man, Freddie Fox, another beast, man. Industry shakedown with Premier, like, just dope stuff that should be getting more attention than it should. You know,
I was always honored. Mace from De La Soul used to always say I remind him of Freddie Fox. He said certain joints that I do, he's like, when I do my gritty joints, they remind him of Freddie Fox. And I always I was always humbled by that because I know Freddie Fox was Mason's favorite MC. So for him to
Dope.
remind him of Freddie Fox, I was always honored by that. So yeah,
That's
check that
dope.
out. Double up. Freddie Fox and Jazzo, OG Jazzo.
I'm looking for Agility Beats on IG. Music Spasm. I got you, bro. I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
All right.
Um,
And yeah, as I said on here, I said to on the YouTube YouTube live chat. Yeah, Agility, expect the call, man. I told K Solo about you. So I told him you got a DJ in Florida, a producer in Florida that's near you. And he was like, all right, cool, man. So, I want you in the loop of everything that we're getting ready to do. All right.
word.
So expect the call soon, Agility.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah, I just put the Agility Beats on there. We get Shy. Also, yeah, Shy, let's definitely talk, man. I'll send you my I'll send you my number through the IG. Yeah. Yeah, man, like we talked about, you know, the vibe, man, of just like the music that I ain't gonna say trying to do, the music that we are doing.
That we're working on. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I think the only thing we do is like we'll clean up stuff or we'll fix stuff. But for the basis of it, it all comes out genuine. There's
Yeah.
no oh we gotta make this for radio. We gotta for the
Nah, we
club.
don't.
Nah, we just making whatever we making and we making it mesh.
Those days are
However,
behind. Those days are behind me. And honestly, when I was doing it then, it didn't work.
right.
Because that's just not the kind of artist I am.
Mhm.
So to sit there and be like, oh, I'm trying to make songs for the radio, it wasn't authentic. Like, yeah, even the ones that came out tight, it was like, it might be tight, but it's not. Those aren't the heartfelt joints.
Mhm.
My most heartfelt joints are not the joints that are for the radio. It's the joints that just strike a chord with you and give you the goosebumps because it came so far, so much from the heart.
Right.
So try to make something for the masses. That doesn't. It doesn't work that way. Not for most. I could say not for most, because I guess there are some people who go in the lab and that's their agenda to just make hits and make top chart toppers and things like that.
Right.
But the music itself isn't always going to stand the test of time when you do that, because to be on the charts and to be the top 10, you're contriving something for the trend or for the moment. What's going to is for the moment. So 9 times out of 10, it's not something that's going to stand the test of time.
Right. Yeah. Because trends change at the snap of a finger.
Snap of a finger.
Yeah.
Everything changes. Everything changes. So I mean, our appearance isn't even 10 years. Like I was reading that if you look at the face, our faces every 7 years, our appearance drastically changes, whether we see it or not. We look at ourselves every day, so we don't see it.
Right.
So every 7 years, our appearance changes. So our appearance don't even last a decade. You know what I mean? The music, if it's not authentic, it ain't gonna last.
Agility said, when you make music for yourself, you're an artist. When you make music for the masses, you're a contractor. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree.
I forgot. I was listening to an artist. He was saying that when you make the music for the radio instead of yourself, the fans you're attracting to is not who you really are. So if you make it for yourself and put it out there, when they come support you, they're supporting you, who you authentically are, not who you trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more important than than to try to chase a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it never comes out as authentic. It never
Nope.
like as dope as like I said before, when we revisited albums, we would do like re-listening sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did Edutainment, and I did Nostradamus, and then we're listening to the tracks like, yo, this was considered a flop when it came out because of the era and time, but Nostradamus is actually a good ass album. Like 11 out of the 13 joints were
Mm-hmm.
we played them. Like only 2 were like skipped, and we
Mm-hmm.
get to the end with You Owe Me, and it's like, yeah, I hear that in the club, but it's like so completely left from that album, and it's like he chased the hit. He got
Yep.
Genuine, he got Timbaland,
Yep.
and that was the era of that was going on. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like almost like he wanted to do that to make the album digestible, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't at the time because that was the
Mm-hmm.
only song that was out there in that element.
Yeah.
And then now, 10, 20 years later, I can listen to Nostradamus,
Yep.
you know. So it's just weird, how stuff, will stand the test of time due to the time period it came out in.
Yeah.
And then radio, you think of all the elements that were happening, with radio at that time, and it was a lot of that.
I'm trying to be more understanding to the newer artists. I'm not saying that I'm co-signing.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot to get that, but I'm trying to be more understanding of what
Right.
they're doing and not so quick to bash. Even if it's not, I'm not saying it's my cup of tea, and I'm not saying it, I'm trying to make it my cup of tea, but I'm trying to understand their mind in making what they make, and understanding that that's their form of expression. This next generation, they have their own form of expression, and it's okay because at one point we were making a junk that they said turn down, and we just talking over music, and so I'm trying to give them a fair shake. I got quite a few heads telling me to do so. A lot of them are the older heads too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to be a little more respectful in my listening to the younger generation. One of them was Solo last night. I'm talking to Solo, and he was telling me not to bash. So I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah.
They do deserve an ear as well. I'm just not. I just can't co-sign the buffoonery though.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, yeah, Shy BDO said, cats be thinking underground cats don't want paper. Nah, we just don't want to turn bitch to get it.
Yep.
You want a buffoon to get it. We don't want to, do some real,
Yes, indeed.
devilish shit to do it.
Yes, indeed. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire?
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire?
Hmm.
Who would get $1 million thrown in their lap and say, nah, take that away?
Right.
Nobody. But at the same token, I'm not going to do everything there is to get it. I'm not going to fear factor to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to have integrity
Mm-hmm.
in every action that you do, in every move that you make. I'm not going to put the dress.
We not.
I'm not going to put the dress on.
That's what Reboot just said, yo.
If anything, I'm going to bang on my chest like Kong. You know what I'm
saying? Killing all was it? Let them know, Kong, killing our natural agenda.
Killing our natural agenda, man.
Mm-hmm. DJ Baby D, salute. Good to see you again. Yeah, man. Yeah, dope, man. Dope conversations, man.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I wanted to bring up something. And then we got end in a little bit. What's up, Mick Takala? Salute. Shout out to Philly in the building. Good to see people, man. something, man. I wanted to ask you during the K Solo thing, and it just left my brain, bro.
What was in regards to?
Uh, oh, the essential paragraphs too.
Okay.
Um, do you think that you think you could get a verse from him to throw on a track? You know how we
I
did
think,
remixes.
I think so.
We talked about doing remixes.
Oh, the remixes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe get
yeah,
him on a
yeah,
remix. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, he's down to work. So.
Yeah. James Green. We're shooting for April, the first week of April. For Essential Paragraphs 2. If we get done before that, then it'll be before that. But yeah, we're shooting for first week in April, right, Samsung?
Yeah.
Yep.
First week.
Yeah. Essential Paragraphs 2. We got on Monday we got Hoffa from Killer Army at 8 o'clock. Me and Reboot.
Nice.
So y'all, come through, check that out. Wu Tang. Oh, matter of fact, today's Wu Wednesday. I got a Wu Tang set today. On the Wu Tang Raid Train. So y'all check that out as well. Anything else you got, my brother? What about the link, man? For let them know the link for the merch, man, so I can put that in the chat.
Okay. Official Bars Club. OfficialBarsClubClothes.com.
Official bar. Yep.
Let me make sure I got. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Official Bars Club. Boom, boom, boom. OfficialBarsClubClothes.com.
No doubt, y'all. You can check out the merch on there. Samsung Djaytiger.
Mm-hmm.
Word up. And
Just keep scrolling through the page too. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff up there.
a lot of stuff on it, right? Yeah.
A lot of stuff, a lot of clothes up there. So just keep scrolling.
No doubt. James Green said he just listened to the Fact soundtrack and he's gonna order the book.
Nice.
Great album. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Rollo. He does a show. He did his debut this Monday at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. called Fact. That's every Monday on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check out our brother Rollo. Yeah, man. So thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna send the crowd from Twitch over to somewhere. I gotta find out who's live. And then
I got a joint I want to end off with.
Oh, talk to me.
LIE.
Oh,
Dogma.
let me see. Do I got that? If I don't got it uploaded, I'll upload it real quick.
LIE off of Dogma, produced by Agility Beats.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Long Island Expressway.
You can cop that album on Bandcamp.
Mm-hmm.
Samsung.bandcamp.com.
Yes, sir. Many other streaming platforms as well that you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta put you up onto matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that Monday too. Reboot. Talk Shop Live. Big shout out to De La Soul was on Talk Shop Live yesterday. And I did a show on there just to see what the platform was without any promotion. I had like 50-something people in there. And what they do, they ask you can display your merch while you're streaming at the same time.
Nice.
It's dope. So De La was talking, about the album 3 Feet High. And they were actually asking questions. Like if you ask a question in the chat box highlights in like a different color, so it's a question, so to answer it. And big shout out to Maceo He shouted out Full Blast on there. I had to record it. I was like, oh shoot, because it's saved when you're done.
That is right.
Yeah. He was like, yo, we rocked on Twitch. I was like, oh, that was dope. I said, man, I got to record it. Use it as a drop. So yeah. So yeah, Daylight was on there, man. It was like 1,700 people in there, you know, and it's dope. So we're gonna definitely talk about that, man. So it's a good way to put your stuff out there while you're doing interviews or playing music. You know?
Shout out to Big Mace. Shout out to Little Mace. We call him Little Mace, but he ain't little. But that's Mace's younger brother. He coaches basketball, and he always stays in tune with what we're doing. Always shouts me out on the inbox and hits the like button. And big shout out to Little Mace, Big Mace.
Word up. Yes, indeed. So yeah, here's LIE, man, off the Dogma album. Shout out to Agility Beats, y'all. And yeah, we'll see y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all later on the Wu-Tang Raid Train on Twitch. My brother Samssun, you already know, bro.
Man, peace.
Word. Big shout out to the chat. Find the album cover.
So from the same cloth as Rakim, PE, EPMD, LONS, De La Soul, and Biz Marquee. Maybe it's something in the water, something in the air, or something in the way we like our food out here. Keeping it scared with what is known as the most unorthodox methods within a subculture in which originality in your message is suggested to be synonymous with the ultimate act of having a grip but being more deep than a dungeness crowd. This is the place where when it was all about Bronx and Queens, we honestly weren't sure if we belonged on the scene. It's where the Genovese crime family set up shop. Where Colin Ferguson did those murders on the LIR. It's where Amy Fisher shot Mary Joe in the face. It's where Hood figured they could buy a nice place. But every city got a ghetto, including where I was raised. And it translated well to the page and the stage. Overstand? That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. I can't be nobody else. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. I can't be nobody else. That's just how I express myself. All my people on the 495 playing this in your ride. Express yourself. Express yourself. All my people on straight path having a laugh. Express yourself. Express yourself. If you under the blue sky, driving on sunrise, express yourself. Express yourself. If you running a little late, speeding on 7th State, express yourself. Express yourself. We don't all live in the Hamptons, in the Gold Coast mansions that play the backdrop to the Scott Fitzgerald classic, The Great Gatsby. See, a lot of us live average, but a lot of us drive cars to avoid mass transit. We live in check to check the bottom of the check stub. How Long Island employers don't be giving us love? When Rob got robbed while he was driving his job, up and down straight path, had a 4:45. He went to Albany Gap, they pulled him out of the car to put more holes in him than a donut shop. You could hear the pop down in front of Browns. Yeah, the word got around, but his body was never found. Just a tantalizing tale in a town of MCs. And while I'm at it, let me give a shout to Wild Man Shade for giving opportunities and putting so many on the radio in hopes to help elevate the art form. I'm gone. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. I can't be nobody else. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. I can't be nobody else. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. That's just how I express myself. I can't be nobody else. That's just how take you on a tour where the motto is Excelsior. Into the Mecca, expect the nectar, carnivores all aboard, except for those in attendance to this. If you love the rotten apple, baby, ball up your fist. If you watch basketball and you're rooting for the Knicks, even though they always lose when the game's in a clinch, take pride in Patrick Ewing when you wanna reminisce. Before starts in 92, it hasn't been the same since. When I think of it, I flinch. We're underestimated, 27th largest state, third most populated, dominated in the 80s and gradually getting better. And we still feel the loss of the World Trade Center. Hold up like suspenders and beat the legislature. Agree to disagree, need peaceful demonstrations. What's my motivation? It's pretty city we live, kinda glorious, notorious for doing it big.
And why we don't care? And why we that real? And why is that ill? And why? 'Cause we feel. And why got more skill? And why? Hoes that pro? And why it's well known?